Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to go. And towing the slab, number 29. And Ziggy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. He makes the grab, and there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Christopher Morel.
And Boo, you and I were talking about it before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
And a foul ball. One out, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. He's there. He's got it. Out number 2.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 2.
2 outs, base is empty. Yandy Diaz now. Swing and a ball popped up. Bichette drifts towards it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Down in order go the Rays. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. On the hill here today, Ryan Pepio. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is an absolute powerhouse offense, Chris, and they piled up more runs than any other team in the league.
Boog, fans absolutely love to see this kind of lineup every day. I mean, come to the ballpark, turn it on TV. You know that it's going to be exciting. They score runs by the bunches, really put themselves in a good position to win games because of it. And you know what? It's going to be really important for pitchers facing them to hit their spots. Better command your pitches, because if you don't.
And that's a fair ball down the right field line. And that's going to roll a while. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. There's a sense of anticipation in the ballpark as everyone waits to see if he can inch closer to the consecutive game hitting streak. Glad swings, drives one deep left field. That's going back. Backs away. Tattooed and gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. With the low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. was like BP all over again.
One down. Spencer Horwitz next up for the Blue Jays. This to center field. Siri in position. Nabs it. 2 down.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
And every at-bat's a big one for him now as he looks to keep this amazing hitting streak going.
Hammered on a line into left, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting sixth.
And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog, 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark, and now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it one-hops the wall. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. And that'll keep his hitting streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever have.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark, 40, 44, 56, and as well as he's swinging it, it seems like all those numbers right now, Boog, they are doable.
Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here, home run. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 5-zip. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. See a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, at this pace, he's not going to be in this game for very long, but he's got to find a way to shake it off, keep it isolated to one inning, come back out. You could throw up a bunch of zeros and save that bullpen.
Dives for it, got it, makes the play.
We take another look at that great catch on this turf field. You really have to be sure because there is no forgiveness. He sacrificed. It's going to hurt, but it was totally worth it.
And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Brandon Lau.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention. I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
And the pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Going 2 now. Waves at the fender for the strikeout. Now the left fielder.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Batting sixth, the third baseman.
One gone, runner at first. And here is Christopher Morel. And it's fouled away. Morel goes 5 feet 11 inches, batting sixth in today's lineup. And they traded for him earlier this year. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
And that one is lifted in the air. And George makes the grab. And there's 2 down. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Man at first. And now the catcher for the Rays, Ben Wertvet, swings through that one. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Springer drifts towards it, makes the catch, inning over. 1 left for Tampa, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Peppier back to work. Swung out, belted. That's back there. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add on. It's 6-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boom. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the batsman carried it out of here.
Alexander comes on now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now the first baseman. And first offering is fouled off. That's smashed towards center. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
There's a swing and a drive. And it's gone. Another homer. His 90th home run of the season. And they add to their lead. It's 7-0.
Swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So 2 down. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Spencer Horwitz. And that one finds its way through. And that extends the inning.
Up next to the Blue Jays.
And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog. 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark. And now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you. Every game you're going out there.
Now this one's crushed down the line. Again, foul ball. Horwitz off the first with 2 away. Swing and a base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Up next to the Blue Jays. The catcher, Alejandro.
So they're at the corners now. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. A double and a run scored his first time up. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And in one hops the wall. And he's in safely at third. And a run comes in to score. In there safely. And they now lead by 9. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Man at second here with 2 away. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Sneaks through, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Now batting, left
Addison Barger now at the plate. Popped in the air, left field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-0. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show Canada. Back here at Rogers Center, top half of the 3rd inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Junior Caminero. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And a foul ball.
Well, these Rays, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
batting ninth, the center fielder.
And now it's Jose Siri. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That one down the line, and it gets by him. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. So the lineup flips over, and stepping in is the speedy Josh Lowe. Out to short, Bichette. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
And now Richie Palacios. The throw to second is offline.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
So first and second with 1 man gone. And stepping in for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Tap softly third base side, a swinging bunt, and he can't get a throw off for some reason. That's got to be an error, and bases are now loaded.
The second baseman, Brandon Lau.
So the bases are loaded here, one man gone. And now it's Brandon Lau. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got
on the ground to first, could be 2. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Now back, the left fielder, David Schneider.
Here's the left fielder.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Yeah, that's outside. And it's 1-1. That's in there. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Kirk makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. They put 2 on the board on 2 hits, 2 errors, but 2 are left stranded. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Jays 9, the Rays 2. Back now in Toronto. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And here it comes. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Low. Going back. And it's off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that. But he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now the shortstop, Bichette. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now back, the first baseman, Joey Vito.
Now the number 2 hitter. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around third. He'll score, and it's now 10-2. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
New pitcher on now, Joel Kuhnel.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In the air to left center. Siri really on his horse for it. Grabs it on the run. And there's 2 down.
Now back, the second baseman, Spencer.
So man aboard. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Spencer Horwitz. 1 for 2. That one drilled left field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and squared it up the ball as well as you could possibly ask.
Tony Clement next up for the Blue Jays. That one ripped. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and it's now 12-2.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. And he put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
And in scoring position with 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Siri makes the grab on the run. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to inning number 4. It's the Blue Jays 12, the Rays 2. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Christopher Morel.
Christopher Morel.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Righty to the plate. Bounced up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the catcher.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Ben Wertvet. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. On the ground, a short, could be 2. There's 1. Oops, he came home with it.
The bat, number 13, shortstop, Junior.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Junior Caminero. He's 0 for 1. And there's a foul ball. 0-1 down. And he pumps it a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jose Siri. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. On the ground, right side. Horowitz to first. That ends the frame. The Rays strand just the 1. It's 12-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, George Springer. And a pitch. Lifted to left center. Way back there. And that is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 13-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Ripped on a line. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. He's already homered in this game. On a line, base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them pay.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. Center field, Siri in position. Drops into the glove, and there are 2 outs.
Up next is the Blue Jays. The first baseman, Joey Loverino.
Man at first, and here's the first baseman. Ripped to right, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Spencer Horwitz. Well struck left field. That one out's against the fence. The run comes in from second, and they extend their lead. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And the Rays, they go to the bullpen. Kevin Kelly.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Man at second here with 2 away. And here is Ernie Clement. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
Waste no time there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
At the plate, Alejandro Kirk. Ripped into right center. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw into third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
First pitch fastball, a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And the batter is George Springer. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. And a base hit knocks in a run.
Right there does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So digging in, Addison Barger. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Siri makes the play, and it's out number 3. Attack on 6 more as they just continue to turn it on in this one. We've played 4. The Blue Jays on top, 18-2. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
Josh Lowe.
The wind of the pitch. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
The batter, number 1, designated hitter, Richie.
To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Richie Palacios. Palacios measures 5 feet 10 inches, 180 pounds, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. One down, base is empty. Hard hit left side. Clement over to first. And the first two set down to the top of the fifth.
Number 2, Yandy Diaz.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a pop-up. Horwitz settles underneath it. He's got it. And that is that.
This opportunity is once in a lifetime. Hope that you see the signs. The one I want to spoil you. My queen looking royal.
Bottom of the inning. Now here is Dalton Varsho.
Leading
It may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And a pitch. Now a screamer into the outfield. And there's one away.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
So the batting order turns over. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And that'll keep his hitting streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever have.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark, 40, 44, 56. And as well as he's swinging it, it seems like all those numbers right now, Boog, they are doable.
That's ripped. Base hit. Oh, the throw is wild.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. A gigantic blast. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they tack on 3. It's 21-2.
He hit that into the wind, and it still had enough to leave the ballpark. He really connected on that pitch. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun to watch him pull it off as well.
New pitcher now, Edwin Uceta.
And he's had a tough go of it against left-handed batters this year. They've been hitting him hard, so we'll see how he does here.
Number 63,
One out, base is empty. Spencer Horwitz next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
now batting, third baseman.
And now Ernie Clement, 4 for 4 with a double and 3 singles. On the ground, 2 ball. Boots it. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the 2nd out.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the catcher, Alejandro.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 3-run shot for the Jays this inning. We're through 5. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now in Toronto. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Brandon Lau.